Ragers, my name is Maria Park, and this is Approach the Nerd. And in this episode, we are reviewing Batman, issue 77, City of Bane, part 3. So a quick recap if you haven't read parts 1 and 2 of City of Bane, which are issues 75 and 76. Batman is MIA, and Gotham is now being controlled by Bane, and its villains, thanks to Psycho Pirate, have all been brainwashed into doing Bane's bidding, even acting as police for the Gotham citizens, which quite frankly is terrifying. Thomas Wayne has taken over the mantle of Batman in Gotham and is currently holding Alfred hostage in Arkham Asylum as a threat to the rest of the Bat family to keep out of Gotham. Claire, or Gotham Girl, is now working as Bane's superpowered muscle and sidekick to Thomas Wayne's Batman. She is really the only reason that Bane is even able to hold on to his position as dictator of Gotham, since she can pretty much wipe out all of the Justice League by herself in a matter of minutes. We also learned that Gotham is sealed off from the rest of the world, and that a deal was struck with President Lex Luthor to have no government or superhero interference in Gotham, and in return, only Gotham would be under Bane's command. When Lex asks why Bane isn't trying to take over the world, he basically says that they can keep the multiverse, but this is his, because this is Batman's home. And by Bane ruling it, it means that he has accomplished something that Batman never could, making all of Gotham his. So far, the deal has been honored, except for Captain Atom, who has a strength to take on Superman, but was beaten down very quickly by Gotham Girl, and then arrested for crossing the border. Now, as for Bruce, we see that he indeed survived the battle with his father and is now in search for the memory of the mountain. But instead, he's attacked by thugs who are masquerading as monks and working for Margaret Pye, or Magpie. They decide to rob him and leave him in the snow to die. But he was rescued by Selina Kyle, or Catwoman, who had been tailing him the entire time. So this leads us to the current issue and part 3 of City of Bane, issue 77. So we see that Damian Wayne has crossed over the Gotham border and is now being pursued by Gotham Girl. She keeps bantering with Damian, letting him know that it's a bad idea for him to run. But Damian never responds to anything that she says and just keeps running. When she catches him, she asks if he heard her because sometimes she doesn't speak loudly due to her super hearing. Damian says that yes, he did indeed hear her, but needed her to be closer so that he could use the Wand of Clarion, which binds her, rendering her immobile. Next, we see Selina singing in French and cooking while Bruce is passed out on her couch. And when her song has ended, his eyes open. The next panel is kind of funny. We see that Zsasz and Scarecrow are now detectives and are about to shoot a citizen and his dog for breaking a leash ordinance. Luckily, Damian interferes and knocks them out. Then we cut back to Bruce, who cannot look his former fiancée in the face, and as she gets closer to him, he simply says, "I lost." Damian has reached his grandfather, who is giving him a speech about not being fake and being the real Batman. This triggers Damian, who starts attacking him. Back to Bruce and Selina, who are now at a cafe. Bruce is trying to figure out how to get home. This worries Selina since she believes he's too injured to fight and will be killed if he goes back. Bruce does agree with her and says that Gotham is where both of his parents died, and it's his home, so he's pretty much okay with dying there too. We then learn from Thomas that Alfred came up with a plan to hold him hostage to keep the Bat family away from Gotham to protect them. He implies that he now has to kill Alfred because Damian crossed the border. Damian tries one last attack, but unfortunately, he's no match for his grandfather. Back to Bruce and Selina. Selina is refusing to let Bruce go on a suicide mission back to Gotham. She tells him that there has to be another way. Bruce counters, saying he has come up with every scenario and implies that they all fail. Selina just looks at him and says that he's an idiot because he still doesn't see that she's right there. And now we come down to the scene that's hard for me even to narrate. So Thomas has Damian tied to a chair and he's expressing his regret about what is about to happen. Then Bane appears, and even with Alfred begging him not to kill him in front of Damian, he still snaps Alfred's neck. Thomas then says, as Damian is screaming, that they have a new hostage, and that he hopes that maybe this time the rest of the Bat family will listen and stay out of Gotham. And on the last page of the comic, we see that Selina is now dressed as Catwoman and tells Bruce if he wants revenge and he wants to take back Gotham, that she will show him the way. So this is where Tom King has left us. Gotham Girl out of the fight, Batman and Catwoman getting ready to jump into the fight, unfortunately my heart, Alfred dead, Damian kidnapped, and the villain still going completely crazy on all of Gotham's citizens. So what did you think? Leave us a comment below and let us know. And if you'd like to be signed up for jury duty, hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to know who's next on our ballot, hit the notification bell. Until next time, I can't wait for you to approach the nerd. And if you have time, make sure to check out some of our other videos.